Hi and welcome to Classroom Kitchen. I'm Mr. D and today what we're going to be doing, we're going to be making some fantastic banana and carrot muffins, okay? These are really tasty, they're really healthy too, okay? Because there's zero fat in them, alright? And we're just going to use a tiny little bit of sugar for flavouring. Now, I've titled the episode Rabbits versus Monkeys, okay? Obvious reason for that, okay? Which is the ultimate food? Is it bananas? Is it carrots? Which one's it going to be? Okay, I want you to post in the comments which is your favourite. So if you're watching here on YouTube today, I want you to subscribe to our channel. Okay, that's really important. I want those subscribers, so subscribe. If you are watching on Facebook today, I want you to share this. I want you to like this post. I want you to share it with all your friends, okay? So that other people can get involved and other people can get cooking, okay? Because the whole focus of this is to keep kids cooking like yourselves at home, okay, while schools are shut. Keep you guys learning something new and keep things interesting and entertaining, okay? Cooking's really relaxing. It's a nice thing to do with your family as well. So today we've got quite a bit on the go here today. We've got some bananas, we've got some carrots, okay? We have got a few different ingredients over here, which I'll explain to you in a second. We've got a mixing bowl, we've got our chopping board too. So there is a lot going on. Chopping board suggests we're going to do a bit of cutting. Well, what we are going to be doing, we're going to need to peel the carrots and we're going to need to grate them. And that's where we're going to start off today, okay? So we're going to take a carrot, alright, and we're going to work with the carrot as if it's split into two halves, the top half and the bottom half. That's really important and it comes down to safety. So we keep our carrot nice and tall on the chopping board. We can take our peeler, okay, we are using sharps today, so we need an adult watching us, we need an adult to make sure we're doing the right thing. If you're using a peeler like this, the bit that sticks out is the sharp blade, and we're going to place that against the carrot. But we're not going to start at the top. Why do you think it would be dangerous to start near the top of the carrot? That's right, your fingers are holding it. Okay, you need to start from halfway down. So that's why we're doing two halves, top half, bottom half. So we peel the bottom half first, just like that, all the way down to the bottom, okay, till you tap the chopping board. That way you know you're getting the most of the carrot off. As you've peeled one half of the carrot, okay, switch it over so then you can peel the top half. The top half that actually becomes the bottom half. Okay, so we switch that round, peel that one, and we only need one carrot to make this recipe. It makes 8 muffins, okay. If you don't have a muffin tin at home, if you don't have any muffin cases, you can do, I'll explain this at the end as well, but you can do a banana bread, you can do a banana and carrot bread. It's completely up to you, alright. Doesn't have to be muffins. So we're taking a grater next, we're going to place that nice and flat down on the chopping board, and we're going to put one hand on top of it. With the carrot, keeping our hand halfway away from the grater at all times, we're just going to grate the carrot like this. Now, if you're going to struggle with this one, get an adult to help you, but actually it's quite straightforward. Just don't press too hard against the grater because you might move the grater, you might lose your carrot, might go flying all over the tables, all over the kitchens, and it's not fair for mums and dads, people at home to have to clean that up. Okay, so let's keep it nice and flat on the chopping board and grate as much of that carrot as possible. You're going to want to grate about 3/4 of the carrot at least, okay, so that you've got enough grated carrot to use today for your recipe. Okay, that is perfect, that's all we really need, alright. So I'm going to move this to one side now and we're going to start off with, we're going to get on to the baking part of it, okay. Using the mixing bowl, we're going to get started from there. So we place this over to one side, we will be using that carrot later, so put that there safely. Bring in your mixing bowl. Now, today we'll take the spoon out, because the first thing we're going to start off with in our mixing bowl is our bananas, okay? We are going to need to mash those bananas up. So we're going to take one banana, that's all we need. So if you are a monkey, if you are a cheeky monkey at home and your favourite fruit here is a banana, okay, let us know. Maybe you're one of these minions. Okay, they like bananas too, I hear. Okay, so whichever is your favourite, let us know in the comments. Okay, and let's have a see. So we break up the banana into the bowl like this. And we're going to mash the banana up. Alright, everyone likes doing a bit of mashing. Put the banana skin over to one side. You can use a masher, you can use a fork if you want to. So a fork, you can press with a fork if you've not got a masher at home. You can press with a fork and mix it up. It's a lot easier if you've got a masher, okay? Especially for the younger ones, a lot easier to use this. So what we're going to do, we're going to mash it up. We're not going to be doing this, okay? We're not going to be stomping it, we're not going to flatten it, okay? We're not going to break the mixing bowl. We're going to press through with the masher, okay? All the time. Now, as you can see by my bananas, they're quite yellow, okay? They're going a little bit brown. That's how you want them, because the banana's a bit softer than on the inside. If your bananas are a bit green, they're probably going to be a little bit too hard for this one, okay? But a masher really helps to really mash it up anyway. So we're going to mash it down into a goo. Give it a tap in your mixing bowl to get all that stuff off the top. Keep mixing it round, keep mashing it, get all the lumps out of it. You might spend 30 seconds, you might spend a minute doing this to get it perfect. One thing that's bad in baking is the fat, okay, the butter that we use in our recipes. Today we haven't got any butter in this recipe, we haven't got any extra fat in there, we're using the banana instead to bring the mixture together. Okay, so we don't need to be adding butter, so it makes these muffins quite a healthy muffin, okay. We are going to add a little bit of sugar in there, but I'll explain why in a moment, why we don't need to put too much in. You can have a think at home, think about the ingredients that we have got. Why do you think we may not need to put as much sugar in as we may normally put in a cake? Okay, come back to that bit in a second later in the episode. What we are going to move on to now, we're going to weigh in some of our ingredients that we need to. So we're going to bring in our scale. I'm using a digital scale today. You can use whichever scales you like. Place your bowl onto the scale and set it to 0. 0 grams, we're weighing in grams. Kilograms are far too big, okay? Kilograms are 1,000 grams. We're not using that, we're keeping it nice and small, we're keeping it to grams. So, what we're going to do, we're going to weigh in our flour. This is self-raising flour. Self-raising flour, okay, is a lot different from plain flour. Plain flour, you use that in things like biscuits, okay? Self-raising flour is used in things like muffins. What's the big difference between a biscuit and a muffin? Okay. Well, the muffin obviously rises and it's obviously puffed up. Biscuit's very flat. Self-raising flour rises when it goes in the oven, when it's in the heat and it's mixed with the other ingredients. So we're going to put a little bit of self-raising flour in today to get a nice fluffy muffin. Okay, that's what we really want. We've got 0 grams in at the moment, so what we're going to do, we're going to spoon a bit in at a time, okay, and then until we get to 125 grams, okay. So, spoon a little bit in at a time. Get it to 125, perfect, okay. Then what we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of sugar in. I said we didn't need much sugar before. Why do you think we don't need much sugar? What ingredients have we got that may add a little bit of sweetness already? Okay. If you said the bananas, you're right. Okay. Bananas are a fruit. Bananas are quite sweet, okay, and they bring in a bit of sweetness to the flavouring of the cakes. So we don't need to add as much sugar in as normal. Okay. We're going to put a little bit in just because actually a little bit's just going to give it a little bit of an extra kick, a little bit of extra flavour, a bit of an energy boost for you guys too. So if you're going to do some exercise after this or you've already done some, nothing wrong with a little bit of cake, okay, a little bit of a muffin. So we're going to spoon in a little bit. We only need 25 grams, so spoon it in, probably only about 2 spoonfuls to get what you need, just a little bit more there. Okay, that's all you actually do need. Now, we've got a couple of other ingredients to bring in. We are going to bring the carrots back in a second, but first we need to put a few things like baking powder in there. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Big difference between the teaspoon and a tablespoon. put too much baking powder in it could make it quite a bitter taste. So we just put 1 teaspoon in, and all this baking powder is going to help it to do is make the muffins rise up, okay, make them puff up, make them nice and big, okay, nice and fluffy like a proper muffin. The next thing we're going to put in is we're going to put some cinnamon in, okay, so cinnamon smells delicious, smells really nice, okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to add in a teaspoon of that too. So put a teaspoon of cinnamon in. If you want to put a little extra in, you can do. If you like cinnamon at home, if you like that flavour, put a bit extra in. It's really nice. Okay. So what we've got our ingredients in the bowl at the moment. What we do need, we've still got an egg to mix in there, we've still got our carrot. So I'm going to bring the carrot back in now at this stage. What I'm going to do, put a handful of carrot in there. So we've got a real mix of colours at the minute. We've got browns, we've got orange, we've got whites. Okay, all mixing in there. We can take the scale away now because we don't need to do any more weighing. What we're going to do, we're going to add our egg in. Now, for the egg, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it into a separate bowl first. Why do you think I might put it into a separate bowl first, crack it into another bowl? Why do you think I might do that? Well, that's it. Don't want to get any shell in there. So I can have a check, okay, to see if there's any shell. No, there's not. So I'm going to be able to pour this straight into my mixture now. Now, when using raw egg, if you get any egg on your hands, it's really important that you wash your hands, because it's quite dangerous to be eating raw egg or putting that anywhere near our mouths. So make sure you wash your hands if you need to. When we've put the egg in, we've got all the things in, all the ingredients are in, let's give it a good mix. Okay, and for this, what you can do, you take your time to start off with, start to bring it together. That egg's really going to make it nice and fluffy, and that's all you need to do. So as it gets a bit thicker, speed up a little bit if you can, really speed it up. If you're at home now, pretend you've grabbed your spoon, grab your mixing bowl, whisk away with me, okay, mix away with me. Let's have a go, let's see how long we can do this for. Let's get it nice and fluffy, keep it going. As it gets thicker, it really gets the muscles working. If we can get the mixture as nice and fluffy as possible, we should get a nice fluffy mixture for our muffins, and we'll get a nice rise on those in a second. So give that a really good mix, bring it to a nice mixture like this. Okay, you can see the flashes of orange in there from the carrots. Rabbits will be loving this right now. Okay, you can smell the banana still though, so the monkeys, they're all coming too. Got a real war going on in this one cake today. Now, if you are using the muffin cases, this is what you want. You want a tin. The mixture's going to do about 8, okay? It's not going to do 12, it's going to do about 8. So you're just going to fill 8 of these cases up today, alright? Now, to do that, take your spoon, take your wooden spoon like this, and spoon in the mixture with the back of the spoon. So push it in. You only really want to fill about half of the case. Okay, if you put in any more than half in, it could make them too soggy at the bottom when they're cooking. You want them to rise out nice and make them as fluffy as possible. Okay, so I tend to find that with about half in, okay, they'll puff up still, they'll still fill a good case, good cupcake case, and you're going to come out with something looking like this. Okay, these are delicious, really nice. Make them in the morning, you could have them with your breakfast. Okay, nice breakfast muffin, could have them as a treat in the afternoon. Like I said before, they're quite a healthy recipe today, what we've made. It's not got much sugar in it, it's not got much fat in it, so these are a real tasty treat. Great for after exercise, things like that. If you haven't got the muffin case at home, have a go in one of these tins like this one here. Okay, make yourself a banana and carrot cake, or make like a bread tin. Make yourself a nice banana and carrot loaf instead. Okay, either, they all work really well, they're all really tasty. It needs to go in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes on 180 degrees. Okay, keep checking them, wait for them to go nice and brown on the top like this one. Okay, and then give them a little press. If they're spongy, perfect. Alright, you can even check with a knife, place the knife in the top, pull it out. If the knife's clean, then the muffins are ready to eat. Okay, I hope you really enjoy those. I really want you to share this video. I really want you to get other people involved. I'd love someone to make their own recipes up too. So if you want to have a go at writing a recipe at home and sending it into our Facebook page, go for it. Okay, and I'll share that on there. If you do have a go, take photos. We've already had plenty of people sharing their photos with us this week, and we've been sharing them on the Facebook page, so check them out. We had some fantastic bread chogs earlier in the week. Okay, we had someone making flapjack. We had people making cakes already. Okay, we've got our green eggs and ham recipe from yesterday that you could have a go at, and we've got our banana and carrot muffins from today to do too. So there's lots to have a go at, lots to have fun with. Please enjoy doing so. At the end of each week, we're going to do a little prize draw. If you do have a go at these, we'll put your name in the prize draw and we'll draw it live on a video, okay, to see who wins our competition. We're going to be giving away some goodies. So please do have a go at that one. Share it with your friends, share it with family, share the photos around. We've had shares in lots of different places so far. We've had shares in London, we've had shares in Leeds, Manchester, Liverpool, okay, Hull. And then we've even had shares outside of the UK as well. We've got places in Canada sharing it, we've got places in America sharing it too. So this is incredible. Our videos are going nice and wide at the moment, and that's what we want to do. But we want to see more people cooking and sending in their photos. So have a go, guys. Send in your photos, and I'll see you on the next class tomorrow. See you later.